Oh, and here we are again. Just going to go down now and take some roller skates down to my daughter. She's out with a friend. So, but today's subject is bad drivers. There are a lot of examples of bad driving on the road. A lot of people not using their handbrake when they're supposed to and things like that. So let's see what we can find on our journey down to see my daughter. Here we go. You know, I'm not confessing that that I'm a good driver. I'm not confessing that I'm a bad driver, or confessing. But I'm certainly a lot better than a lot of people that are out there. There are a lot of animals out there and a lot of good drivers. There are a lot of people that, well, I don't know whether they got their driving licence off the back of a cornflake box or not, but they certainly can't drive. And there's certainly a lot of people out there that cannot reverse. It's to save their life, to be honest. So, you know, let's see what we can find out here today. In my line of work and what I do at the moment, I do quite a lot of driving, different type of vehicles, and it involves vans and lorries and stuff like that. So I get about quite a lot, and I see a lot of drivers, a lot of bad drivers as well, to be honest. Let's see what we can get. Handbrake. Always use my handbrake. Always use your handbrake. Never ride your clutch. There's a lot of people out there that tend to, ride their clutch and stuff like that. And I'm afraid that in this day and age, if they was to actually know how involved it actually was to actually remove the gearbox and replace the clutch and everything else, and how actually involved it actually is, people would not ride their clutch like they do. Now, where's this idiot going? Oh, going round there. Perfect example of bad driving. Wants to go one way and then indicates to go the other, all because they can't wait for the traffic up here. Now, as I was saying, if people was to actually know what's going on, and how involved it actually is to remove that gearbox, and actually they wouldn't ride their clutches. They really wouldn't. It's one of those things that asking them to go and do it, but they'll be the first to people complain that when things go wrong and the clutch actually does wear out, because let's face it, inevitable at the end of the day, these are things that do wear out, that they'll be the first people to complain about the fact that, no, it cost me several £100, to go and replace my clutch. Well, I'm afraid it would have lasted a lot longer if you didn't ride it. And that is the actual crux of it at the end of the day. If they didn't ride the clutch, then they wouldn't have to have the expense. And what people don't seem to realise is while they're riding the clutch, they're also wearing out the pressure plates that's on the other side of it, the metal plates. They're damaging those as well because of the heat that is generated by the centre plate. So, and you see people at junctions as well. You see them keeping their foot on the brake and all this sort of thing. They can't use the handbrake. It's like, it's a foreign object that's down there between you, between the seats here. It's what is this thing? What is it used for? You know, it's ridiculous. You know, I don't know. I know. Like I said, I'm not perfect by any way. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect driver. You know, I cross my hands. I got seriously amount of bad habits. I put my hands up to that and say, hey, I've got bad habits. But if you keep your wits about you and everything else, and I think this is a problem with a lot of people these days, that they don't actually keep their wits about them and see what see the actual size of your vehicle compared to, you know, people speeding and things like that. Well, yeah, okay. If you're on an open road where it's you have nothing else on the road, I'm not saying that you've got to do this because, you know, it is illegal to speed. You know, at the end of the day, if you're going over that speed limit that's required for that road, then you're expected to get picked up for it. But if it's an open road, no one else is on it, then say, yeah, well, let's go a few little bit, a couple of miles an hour faster than what you're supposed to. But do it safely. You know, don't go mad. You know, if it says 30, okay, go to 30 and stay there. With 30, but if the road says 70, go to 70. Do what you're comfortable with at the end of the day. But just remember, guys, you know, and girls, drive safely at the end of the day. And there's a lot of idiots on the road. You know, a friend of mine used to turn around to me and say there's a lot of statistics of bad accidents on roads and stuff like that. He said the secret is not to be one of those statistics, and he's right. Don't be a statistic. You know, drive safely and don't be a statistic. You know, and this is a saying that I've always said: drive your own race. Don't try and drive someone else's race. If someone else is speeding and everything else, don't try and keep up with them. Because they're going fast, it doesn't mean to say, I've got to keep going fast as well. I'm going to keep up with them. No, it's not a good thing. You drive your own race. At the end of the day, you have your own way of doing things, so to speak. Drive carefully, keep your wits about you, look in your mirrors. Make sure that, you know, your surrounding area, the road that you're on, is okay to drive on. I know a lot of people could turn around and say, hey, there's a lot of potholes on the road, oh, you don't realise how bad the roads are. Okay, there's that argument, but that's for another video. Believe you me, bad potholes and roads. I've seen a few potholes in roads, and driving about in the vans and the lorries and everything else that I drive, there is quite a few potholes and stuff like that around. So well, what can I say? You know, drive sensibly and get there at a sensible speed. Now, we're just waiting on the traffic lights here now, and again, handbrake on. Put the indicator on in a second. Just wait for the traffic to go through. And again, you know, you drive safely at the end of the day. It helps to reduce your outlay on your insurance, because at the end of the day, I know we all argue about premiums going up and things like that. Well, yeah, okay, premiums are going up, but let's not help put them up, because if you drive sensibly, then you get no claims bonuses and everything else, and your premium will go down. That is the crux of it. You will actually make your premium go back down again, and you gained your no claims bonuses over the year, and you'll do okay with it. But you know, if you don't, then you're in trouble, aren't you? You know, if you drive around being an idiot, then you're expected to have high premiums, and there's no good crying over the fact that you've got high premiums if you're going to be an idiot in the car. Well, I'll leave it there. If you want to comment on this video, then make a comment in the comments below, or you can email me at my email address. Good hunting.